Are post offices an important part of your campaign?
Post offices are not just an important part of this campaign, they're an important part of the community. In fact, in rural areas, they're a vital part of the social fabric. And it's fascinating to see the attitude of the other parties towards post offices. Peter Hain was asked in the House of Commons last July, how many post offices were there in Wales? His response was, they're numerous, i.e. they don't matter very much to him, he doesn't even know. And what I'm seeing from the Liberal Democrats and from the Conservatives is this cry that we must keep post offices in Wales when they were the very people in Brussels who voted to so-called liberalise postal services. And what that means is that much of the profitable activity that was taking place in post offices has been taken away by a European directive. That's been compounded by a government that's taken away many of the other services that they were able to provide. And on top of all of that, even if we want to bail out and keep our rural post offices going, we have to actually go to the European Commission and say, please sir, can we be allowed to help save rural post offices? So that's what we've sunk to. There's a big EU element in all of this. Now we as a party believe in free markets, but we also believe in communities. And there are some things that matter more than pure free market economics, and we believe it is absolutely vital to maintain rural post offices, and rather than take away their services, goodness me, they should be selling car insurance, they should be providing banking services. We should follow the model that the Italians have done, where they've made their rural post offices a real success.
I am amazed by how bright the people of Cardiff North are. All of them are coming back to me and saying, yes, they want UKIP. I mean, I've just seen on this, Her Majesty's Daily Express, indeed, are very worried about what's happening to our post offices. I'm just thrilled to be on with my leader. He's come down to Cardiff, and I think he feels the same thing. There's a great welcome in the valleys, as the song goes. But there's something much bigger than that. There's common sense. And what I can't stand is that all the people of this constituency have been lied to by every single political party in there, from Plaid Cymru to Labour to Lib Dems, and I'm afraid the old Conservatives are probably the worst. We want to run ourselves. We don't want any more bureaucracy. We've got too much of that. 2 levels of it, 2 forms of MP in there. Well, hang on, who's paying for all this? We're paying double here in Wales and elsewhere. There are loads of other bugbears. But today, I am just furious about the fact that it's my right to be able to send a letter, pick up the things. Post offices do a marvellous job. And to try and close them down here in Wales or anywhere else in the United Kingdom is madness. And as for trying to put 70 post offices in the hands of W.H. Smith, post offices, I like post offices, not just for that, but also because they are a part of the community. They keep communities together. And it seems that all these rubbish, beige-blooded politicians want to destroy communities, not make us run ourselves, but allow those nice unelected gentlemen in Brussels to absolutely dictate whatever they feel without a vote. It's not democratic, it's wrong. I'm so glad that my leader is here to go and support my campaign here in Cardiff North. But I've been on Europe, I've always been never a skeptic. I have wished we'd never signed the Treaty of Rome. I would like to have a free trade agreement with Europe, which was how it was sold to the British public by almost now a full generation of politicians, but all of them have spoken with forked tongue. Pinocchio. Their noses get longer. They're telling naughty fibs. No. Every time they say we're going to support Britain's position in Europe, what are they doing? They're secretly behind our back signing up for every single piece of useless legislation that Brussels can throw at us. That's very wrong. It's dishonest too.
So Nigel, is your man going to be the new screaming Lord Such?
Well, I don't think so for a moment. In fact, I think I picked the right horse in Sedai. Not only has he got personality, not only has he got passion, in fact he's taken to this campaign with such glee, I'm beginning to wonder whether we'll ever be able to stop him.
He's got a bit of a reputation of charming the women in his past. Do you think that'll be put to good use to charm the voters?
I have a feeling there's an awful lot of women of all ages are going to turn out and vote for Sadai. But they won't do it just because he's charming. They won't do it just because he's got great personality. They'll do it because he's the only person standing in Cardiff North who's actually saying what most people really think. That is, we've got too many professional politicians delving into our lives, telling us what we can and can't do. He's got the guts. He's not hidebound by political correctness. He's saying what they think.
Guy, what's your secret?
My leader has said it in one. If I may be specific on today, we're talking about post offices more than everything else today. We're talking on every subject on earth. When you've got a major national newspaper throughout Great Britain agreeing with UKIP, do you think any of those other parties are going to save our post offices? No, they will not. They can't, because they're signed up to all this doomed legislation. They're bound. They're prisoners. My last word on any matter is very simple. Thank you, UKIP, for taking the risk on, yes, a bit of a high-profile candidate. But I'm no screaming Lord such. I'm not a loony candidate. I'm a candidate who feels and believes and will fight for the constituents of Cardiff North. You have my word on that.
So what's your main chat-up line to get a wag?
I never did have a chat-up line. I just lean against the wall and look pretty.